Okay, ooh, got some weird light here. Okay, that's better. Hi, Shauna from Infinity Readings. I am here to do a live night. So I'm just going to chill here for a bit and shuffle some decks. Yeah. So if anybody's wanting a reading, come on in and just let me know. Hi, Priscilla. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit here and kind of get in the zone because I literally just got home. So I am needing to ground a little bit. So if you're wanting a reading, I'm just going to give these 3 to 6 card readings depending. Sometimes they come in and they say, no, this person needs this many cards, whatever. So I'm going to be making this an event. Once a month, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do readings. It's going to be for YouTube here. I have a Facebook room that I do readings in as well once a month. And that's Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. Now, that room, I do the last Thursday of every month. I do readings in there. And here I'm going to make it the last Friday of every month. So, hey, guys. Thanks. Hello. Good evening. So I think that's what I'm going to try and stick to that schedule anyway and see how it goes. So just give me a minute here. Like I said, I'm going to wait for a little gathering so I'm not repeating myself. And then we'll get into some readings. Anybody needing energy or whatnot kind of automatically goes out. So I'm going to be using tonight the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland and also the Thelema Tarot deck. And I'm going to be using some Power of Surrender cards and also a Lenormand deck to kind of clarify things if I need to. I feel like that's the optional here. So, see how things go here. So yeah, I have a Facebook page. I do a lot of work in there in between my seasonal readings. And the last Thursday of every month, I do readings in there at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard. And then I decided to go 8 here in case it ran a little later because it was quite a late night last night because it takes me a while to get off my high horse. My head is still there with energy. I get back down so I can sleep. So, alrighty, I got 2 more decks here. I'm going to shuffle. So we only got 3 people in here. Did you guys see the posting? Could you answer me if you guys seen the posting today? I put it up, but I don't know if I put it up right. It just basically was a picture of me, and it said I was going live tonight, but I didn't get any action like if anybody even saw it. So I don't know if that's even being seen or how to make it be seen. I don't know. So if anybody's seen that, let me know. If not, I have a feeling nobody's seeing it. So I don't know how to make that more visible. Because it didn't go on my web page or on my Infinity Readings page. It didn't show up there. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, okay. I got 1 more deck to shuffle. So if anybody's wanting a reading, I don't know if you can get, yeah, there's an emoji button. All you have to do is put the crystal ball up, and that'll be my cue because I can see the crystal ball and it shows up. Just put that crystal ball, and then if you want love, romance, career, whatever, and then we'll go down the list. So if you can find the crystal ball emoji, and that's how I'll rank you. So the first one that puts that up gets the first reading. That's how I go in my room as well. It kind of organizes things. Okay, this is the last shuffle. So anyone wanting a reading, just speak up now, and we'll get started. It's only a chill group in here. Very quiet. Crickets are chirping. Okay, whoever wants, carry on here. So my decks are organized. I got no music, can't play no music. Okay. Can I request for Gemini romance reading, please? And thank you. Yes. Malia. I will go for that. Okay. Romance. So I'm going to get my romance cards. I'm going to go light on that. These are nice cards, by the way. They're literally called the romance deck. And they're very light in general. So we will go with Gemini. Okay. They're going to give you a block card as well here. 6. They want 6 romance cards here to break it all down. And okay. What did I say? Like only I'm making these 2. Okay, sorry, I just chattered. We're going to have 2 clarification cards for blocks coming out here. To get in the zone here. Okay. Looks like we have 9 cards here. 2, 1, 2. And they want 3 Lenormand. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use my little stand here. I'm going to go through this. This is almost like a full-on reading. So the first card I got in the romance side is the 3 of Canes. Now, the 3... Sorry, guys. My lamp is all screwy. The 3 of Canes is... backwards. 3 of Canes is about engagements or a step up in a relationship, somebody wanting to make a deeper commitment, be in the relationship to a deeper degree, wanting to solidify things. This is usually an engagement because we've got a father here, man on a knee, and you don't know if that's an uncle or whatever. So it's like something serious, staging up the relationship. Okay, so the next card I get is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands may be your energy, your Gemini. So Wands is fire, maybe what you feel. I feel like this is more how you felt from all of this. There's an engagement going on here. It's kind of blowing you off your feet is the sense I'm getting here. Like there's a sense of being blown away. Like this woman is always kind of in the blown away stage, whether she's, having great time with someone, because the hat and the cane symbolizes, someone's been there and all of that stuff going on. So just kind of like a whirlwind is what I'm getting, like a whirlwind engagement. Okay. Now the next card we get is the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords is the sarcophagus. Now, this is about disappointment, heavy disappointment. So we could have a situation here where we may have had a death in the family. Interesting how kind of the dichotomy here of really happy excitement and then deep sadness and sorrow. Now, as I get into the next row, and I'm going to expand on the engagement card. And on top of that, we get the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is about emotional immaturity. Okay, so this guy here, he's got 1 cup smashed and 1 cup's full, but he's not really understanding that we got a situation here where someone's not using their emotions to a high degree. Okay, so there's an immaturity going on within a relationship. Now, that expands on that. I'm going to go kind of down the tree here. I'm going down the first card. Now, the first card is the engagement, and then we're talking about emotional maturity within that. So that could be a partner. You may be looking at a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio partner who may not be as emotionally sound as we're wanting. Now, I'm thinking this is the partner, but it kind of doesn't match with the commitment part. So as we go right down to clarify with the Lenormand, we have the 5, the tree, which talks about health and mind, body, and spirit, all levels right here. And there's something off. If we got the page here, he's really at the beginning stages of the emotional journey. So this man, for some reason, is not quite getting it. He's not up to par. Yeah, it's like a missing link here. It's like there's potential for rainbows and butterflies, but at the same time, there's an emotional immaturity getting in the way of an engagement. Does this make sense to you? So that's what I'm getting in the first line. So I'm going to go down to the second line here and see if we can break it down that way. The second card was the woman here, fiery woman that's blown away, okay? What is she blown away by? The next card is the 7 of coins. Now, here's the weirdness. 7 of coins is a card about stepping out of a relationship. Now, this could be in any format. I don't really have any other supporting cards, but what I do have next to that is the Empress. Now, I can explain some stuff here. We have a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a fiery energy. You are not of that element. Your sun sign is Gemini, you were saying. So this may be your character. You're more fired up at this point in time or in this relationship, okay? Now, we've got another woman here. So the 3 here symbolizes the Empress. Usually that is someone who is the epitome of a mother or like a mistress. It could symbolize a mistress, could symbolize someone that someone is in love with here quite highly. Now, we have depicted in the picture a woman running away to, like it's the woman running away here. Okay. So I guess you have to decide whether it's you or him. Yeah. So if we have that emotional immaturity card, it means somebody is dealing with this relationship in such a way. There's an energy here that sits, it's depicted by a male, and I'm feeling that's very highly. So what I'm thinking here is that you may be blown away by this guy. This may be your energy, but you may be, are you still, I need validation here. Are you still playing it single on this side of the fence here? Because you're saying you're chatting, it's making me think like it's a long distance thing or something like that. Because then that would symbolize that if you're still dating on this side and not taking it seriously, then this may symbolize that one, he may want to have marriage and children with you and, you know, stuff like that. So that may be the symbolizing that. Now, somebody here is taking it very lightly to the degree they're seeing other people. So I guess you have to decide whether that's you or him. But again, it's depicted here where I feel like it's more on your side, but that may not be the case. And then we got an Empress, so that's a woman. So that's, take that as you will. It may also be how this man sees you. Now, I'm going to move further down the line here. Okay. Because I was taking that, yeah. Because for some reason these cards are going wonky, but that's okay. We're going to run with it. So then we have the sarcophagus, which is the 8 of Swords. And that was, you know, this kind of this heavy energy of, it's really like sorrow and disappointment to the highest degree. It's not just sadness, it's heavy. And then we have the 12, the owls, which symbolizes chatter and talking, right? But in a wise way. So we're talking with wisdom. We're talking from our heart and our mind and our soul, and everything's going through, everything's being understood on both sides here. I feel like we're understanding what's going on, but for some reason there's a high disappointment here. And then on top of that, we get 14, which is the fox, which is about sneaky behavior. So someone here is sneaking around. Okay, so if that is your instinct, you need to tune into that. And we may already know this, and this may be the heavy feeling that we're sitting in. So we may have to get grounded with where we're at here. Now I'm going to go through. I resonate with you. So Malia, yeah. So Malia, you're going to have to figure out who that is through your instinct, because somebody here is not being true, but there's a lot of conversations there. I don't feel he's lying. I feel like we may not be taking it seriously. So that has to be discussed. Because if we got the owls here, that means there is wise chatter and we can get through that. We just have to explain to him, I'm taking this seriously and I hope you do too. Then we can get rid of this card and this one as well. The sadness will go, and then we'll just talk our way through it and work it out. So it seems like we have to do a little more talking in that way. Now, the two cards I get for you for your surrender cards is surrender to fear. It says let go of fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment and focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So this is a new feeling I'm getting for you. Being vulnerable and emotional in the relationship. I feel like you nor your partner really has had any examples of this. So we may have to go right into that fear and go, yeah, this is worth fighting for. So I got to put in a little more effort than I have in the past, any relationship I've had in the past. And the fear is I'm going to get rejected. But if we just realize what could happen here, we get rejected, we move on. If we don't, we move forward. So we just have to understand our options and go in straight into that fear. And you can get really greatly rewarded. The energy around this time until Christmas, until spring really is really good. So the universe behind you here, if you jump into that. And then the next card you got was surrender worry. So look at this. Make a commitment to lead an anxiety. Make a commitment to not lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out and focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. So there is a sense here that we need to follow our heart, and that is being opened up here widely. So we need to just step into that. That is your fear. That is your block. These are your blocks. Your fear, worry, all of it. So you go straight in there and it's gravy after that. Because once you really open the door and you communicate to a partner, I'm interested in you, I want to be exclusive with you, blah, blah, blah. This man may just come out and say, you know what, I could see us building a life together, and boom, there you go. There you got a beginning, right? So that's what I'm seeing. We just got a lot of worry and stress, and working on ourselves as well, dealing with what do you call esteem and all that, right? So hopefully that helps you, Malia. Yeah, good reading. Okay, so okay, Brianna Garcia. My sprouting. Can I have a reading? Spiritual. Yes, you can. You know what? I'm going to get another deck here. Give me a minute. I got perfect cards for that. Spiritual. Yeah, these ones go a little deeper. So I'm going to use these. I'm just going to move some of these out of the way. These they want. Yeah, these they want. There. Okay. So give me a moment to shuffle. Okay. Went to the park today. I live up in Canada, and we had like fog all day today, and the trees are just fully frosted with like white. It was just awesome. So I just sat there and watched the trees. It was crazy. Okay, I'm going 9 for you too as well here. get a fallout card. That's interesting, fallout card, because it says nourish the soul. And I'm feeling like you're trying to do that. It's just you just don't know where to look or how to attack it, but we'll get underneath that. One more. Looks like we're doing the 9s today. 9 cards. A little more in depth. They want me to go deeper. And one block card I'm going to pull for you as well. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Okay. I'm going to need a minute here because I'm getting a lot of stuff here. So I'm just going to start with the first card. First card is the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is about love. It is about us being fulfilled in a loving kind of way in our own manner, meaning we have to fill our own cup before we're ready to go outward perfectly to someone else in that way. So I'm feeling like this is something you are working on to a high degree. That's what I'm getting. Okay. The next card is the Fool. So new directions in love. We may be looking in that. Yeah, we're wanting to branch off in a new love direction. We're feeling in our own selves, we're feeling our self-worth is high and we're ready to do that. Okay. So we're doing that. Okay, so the next card I have is the Sun, and they're just give me a minute. This is a little more deep. This is going deeper here, so I got to tune in. Loving feelings really going outward. Now, if you're talking about uncle and a grandfather, we may back that up a bit. You know, these are relationships with people in our lives that are very important. The Fool is about journeying into a new direction. So we may be carrying a lot of feelings that we are not used to feeling, or we are not used to addressing in that way. So these are things that are what we want to go forward with. New emotional state that we're in is highly aspected here that we go forward. Okay, so that's generally the energies that are coming off. Now, as we dip in again, the first card that fell out while I was shuffling was Nourish the Soul. And this is about power and strength and gaining your own power and strength forward. So the eyes, they're showing me the eyes, right? The eyes just flaming. So it's like we need to see more of what we're getting. Give me a minute here. Yeah, we're getting a lot of visions outside of us. We just don't know what to do with all that information. There's signs and symbols, but we're not really quite taking it all in. Don't know what to do with it or how to accomplish it. But look how he's taking it in, right? But he's just, it's just sitting there. We don't know what to do with it or how to put it together. So that's kind of what's going on here. Seems like you're getting intuition and all of that's coming at you, just not organizing it and making good sense of it. So as we go into the energies here, it says embrace the feminine. So we may have a situation here where we have a pregnancy that's prominent or could have the ability to make itself known, or we just need to really embrace our feminine side. Yeah, I'm going to go forward. The next card is Know Your Fears. So you may have some fear blocks here. Just going to see if I'm not getting any validation here, but that's okay. Sometimes my feed gets stuck. And I'm getting that there may be some fears wrapped up in ourselves, embracing that part of ourselves, like our feminine side. Not that we're not feminine, but it's like we're afraid to go outward in it, because of the results that will come from that, meaning men coming toward us in a way that we're not sure we know how to handle that. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. The next card is See the Truth, and that is really what's going on here. Is we are trying to dip into our intuition, trying to dip into a zone here where we're getting universal information. Again, it's coming at us, but we're not deciphering it. We need to see the truth more clearly. We maybe it's kind of like we're seeing the page, but we're not reading between the lines, is the best way I can decipher that. Okay. You know what? If you can spit it out there, you can spit out the general area of the dream, I can interpret that. Or maybe I can tap in. Just hold on. Is this about pregnancies and starting of families and such like that? Because it's almost like I'm getting a fear of family, or starting of a family, or fear of wanting to go in that direction. Because it's like they're going back here. This is where the fear sits, and the fear is in the feminine. So I'm kind of getting confused there. But nonetheless, I'll carry on. So these are the energies. There's some fear wrapped up in the feminine side. So it may be about unleashing that part of yourself, going forward in your true feminine self. Might be a fear of yours, or an unconscious fear of yours. Might be connected to the dreams, whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to carry on here. So the next three cards are 3. The Ship. And the Ship is about movement, travel, whatnot. So we may be in a mode where we are traveling, or we travel for work, or travel is highly prominent at this time. I mean, it's holidays, so you know, that kind of a thing. Hey Ashley, I'm actually just doing readings for people. So if you want a reading, just keep plugging it in there and I'll just go down the list. So I'm doing just individual free readings for people. So this is about travel and movement forward, okay? The next card is 18, and the Dog is about loyalty. So we're trying to move forward in loyalty here. Are we worried about a partner that we want to get apart? We want to go to a relationship that is partnered, or one that is, but we're worried about loyalty, right? 37 is the Clocks, and that's about timing and issues. Dealing with things like that. Brianna, yes, boyfriend and I want a child, but afraid what a family will think or say. Okay. No, I'll tap into that, because we need to see the truth of the matter here. It is you and your partner that have to deal with this situation, not everybody else, right? So technically, it really comes down to you, and you guys have to feel instinctively. Now, what they're telling me is there is signs and symbols coming at you to direct you, but we may not be putting them in the ways that we need to, like these decisions, these life-making decisions about children and everybody else's opinion. You really have to look outside of yourself in the universe and look for those things, those weird synchronicities that happen. They're really there to direct you, to help you make those decisions without other people's opinions. Take the opinions out, go in your heart. What do I want? What am I prepared for? On a certain level, we can never be truly prepared, but we can be as prepared as we feel in our gut, right? And just let that ride, and then look outside of the universe for validation, and then go forward in that, because the universe really does shout at you. They're just there all the time. And when you look, it's amazing what can come out. So we're worried about loyalty. And I feel like that might be something here that both you and your partner are worried about. There's a sense of love and going in a new direction in the relationship. And we have a lot of love and it's highly aspected. There's a point here, we're making a turning point, but there's maybe some loyalty issues. I'm not saying that anybody's being disloyal, but we have issues with loyalty. And we just need to look at that and deal with that and see the truth of the matter here. Because I feel like there's a lot of signs here. Know what you're fearful of, go straight head on into that, and then embrace your feminine side, which is like, you know, dealing with the softer, more compassionate side. There's people outside of you that really have no jurisdiction here. You and your partner are what matters, so you have to deal with that. And then nourish your soul and make sure you treat yourself and you have time and you are not rushed, because we do not want people that are starting families to feel if they are not in a position where they can make time for themselves, they will not make time or proper time or non-angry time, right? With a family. So if you're able to make time for yourself and be calm and relaxed and take that in the flow, I feel like then you're ready. But I get a feeling that you guys got to nourish your souls a little bit more, is the sense I get, and then you'll be well on your way to doing that. So hopefully that helps. Now, the surrender card I got was surrender to defensiveness. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness, and to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So instead of being in defense of other people in opposition of you, you just state their case and go, yeah, that's interesting, and kind of move forward in that. It's like, yeah, non-defensive response. It's interesting that you say that. Thank you for your opinion, and walk off. Right? Because then you're taking it in and you're not being defensive and you're not getting worked. So there's the sense here that we've got a lot of opinions coming at us quite highly. And again, they have no jurisdiction here. You really are the ones that got to deal with that. So you're the ones that got to take that in and make sure you're ready, no matter what anybody says, right? So that's kind of, well, I think you need to take your intuition. I think you need to flip that. I think you need to take your intuition, because that's truly, you don't want to be in regret of something, but not, you know. So hopefully that helps you. Defensiveness is a block for you. So look at that. That will help you see clearer. And also look outside of yourself for signs and synchronicities, because they are there to help reinforce the power and instinct that you already have. Okay. So that'll help you. Okay. So hopefully we get forward with that energy. It's all good. I love these cards. These are the Messenger Oracle cards, and they're really good for spiritual readings. So how are we doing out there? Okay. Vinny G, blah, blah, blah. How's it going? Hi. It's going all right. Doing well. I'm having a spiritual awakening. Yes, this is happening. Getting signs like crazy. Yes. Hello, Ashley. What sign? Da, da, da. Can I get a love reading for me? Ashley, yes, you can. You're next. Okay, so here we go. Love reading. Ashley. I have love and sex cards, but I don't want to get into the sex too much unless someone individually asks. And if I put sex in my thing, I get raunchy people, so I've kind of laid low. Laid off of that a little bit. Going into the romance area. Okay, interesting. I got some flyouts here already. Okay, Ashley, so you're getting a love reading. We'll see what comes out. Give me a moment. card. Seems like everybody's going to get a block card today. Yeah. I just keep shuffling. Oh, forgot to turn my phone off. I just keep shuffling until I feel like I'm. There we go. 1, 3 more. Sorry, guys. Have patience, but kind of zone in as I'm shuffling as well. So. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ashley. Okay. Here we go. First card I get is the High Priestess, and that is about tapping in to your intuition, your energy, the information of the universe, right? Coming at you. It's like you have some knowledge here you want to bring forth. That's really what I get from her. Okay. She's got knowledge here. She wants to bring it forward, but we haven't quite done that. Okay. The next card is the Moon, and the Moon is about secrets, things that are kept secret, things that are hidden from us, things that we do not know, things that we're in search of. Okay. So 2 highly secretive cards here, but a knowledge to know what's going on nonetheless. Okay. Next card is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity, victory. So we have a whole bunch of illusion here surrounded by 2 clear cut cards. So I feel like if you are an illusion of something, it may be in a way of denial. So we may know the answers, but I'm getting a sense from this card is just we're not really ready to go outward with the information that we've got. It's like we've got the answer inside, but we're not willing to come outward with it. So if we're talking about a relationship thing here, yeah, love reading, I think was what I said, right? Then we made a discovery about the relationship here that we know is the truth, and we may even have heard truth from others that have brought that to us, or they're going, no, it's not others. It's situations that have clarified our own instinct. We can almost get rid of this card, but we haven't taken that step yet. So a high instinct here, we know what's going on, and there's secrets, but they're not secretive to us, meaning you. Okay. So that's your first line is secrets here, but you're cutting through that quite clearly. Now, the romance area, first card, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is about betrayal, disappointment, being let down heavily to the point where we're pissed off. Something happened here that has gotten us to a degree where we're shutting things down. Okay. So it takes it one step further. The next card is, yeah, I think that's the Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands. It's interesting because he is a male. So this is not you. This may be a partner or someone admiring you, or your partner admiring someone outside of the relationship. Now, she is a statue, so that symbolizes to me that this person is not engaged in this. This man may be looking outward at this person, but the person, 1, doesn't know, and 2, is not involved in it in any way. It is just an admiration from him to her. And the flower symbolizes he's got a lot of feelings here, but no action, right? There's no action, but for some reason we have the disappointment here. So there may be a sense of having found this out on some level. Okay. Now the next card I get is the Page of Swords. That is interesting. We have 2 pages here, Wands and Swords. Now, Wands is also about action. So we may have a partner here that is thinking about taking action in a different direction, but has not yet done so. Okay, so beware of that. But there is something happened here nonetheless to piss us off. And then this here, the Page of Swords, is really about, okay, let me look at this. Yeah. The Page of Swords they're going is about illuminating the facts here. There's an illumination here of what direction this is going on in, and this is what's pissing us off. This is also the truth on the other side of this. So it seems like you are being illuminated. Does this make sense to you? To this situation. Now, again, I don't feel that anything has been done. We just got an admiration of someone that, one, is not participating, and 2, but we have a lot of feelings for. Okay. No, I'll be, Ashley, I'll be posting this video. It'll stay on YouTube, so you can check out at any time. So does this make sense to you? Because that's what I'm getting is we have a situation here where we're kind of hip to our partner having a crush on someone. That's really what it is, to a high degree. But again, the statue symbolizes no funny business going on. He just really, really juiced about this one direction. She has no clue. She doesn't know, she's not involved, and he's just feeling it harsh. But there's an illumination to it nonetheless, and it's not going over well. Okay, so the last 3 cards, and then I'll give you your surrender card. First card is 12, the Owls. Owls is about communication. It's about wise communication. When we're talking owls, we're talking wisdom, intuition, instinct. What is going on here? I feel like you need to follow your instinct highly. There's stuff going on here. Talking about questioning the loyalty. 18, that is highly prominent. This is what you're looking for, is loyalty. This is what your words are going to figure out and pinpoint. Is there loyalty that is being missed here, or are we, you know, is the partner being disloyal, that kind of a thing? Okay, so this is what's going on. And again, I'm feeling there is no, I just feel that this guy's sprung. Okay, that's it. But he is not, he's just a direction, and it's being an annoyance. But nonetheless, there's a sense here of it being illuminated highly to you. So you know who this person is, you know, but again, I don't feel there's anything going on, but we are questioning our partner's loyalty. And the next card is 26, which is the Book of Secrets, which is not good. But we do have at the beginning of the row, we have the birds. They're the wise birds. They're the birds that talk. They don't get things wrong. They talk clearly, speak clearly, talk their mind. It's truth. So that's what we have going for us. We are in question of our partner's loyalty and what they're keeping from us. And we cannot seem to figure it out. But excuse me, I think what you need to do is just truly base it on instinct, because there are answers here universally coming at you. You need to listen to. So you're single. Well, there's somebody here in a partnership that this relates to, or maybe it's just a past partner, okay, that I'm picking up on. This may be effective in that way. That's what I'm getting highly. So the next card is the block card, okay, and that is surrender to your wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's message about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So we are, and they're going, this is the same direction. Does this make sense to you, Ashley? Because it's like, this is the person. You may be single, but this person was either in your energy field. Yeah, they were in your energy field and you were drained by them. very much so. So this is what's going on is they're going, if we're feeling drained, this is not a good situation for us. We need to feel revived, loving, happy, that kind of thing. So that is your block, is you're not listening to that voice. You're not listening to your body. You're feeling drained, sucked dry, and you keep, you maybe even going back or thinking about going back or not listening to that advice. Okay. So that's, if you listen to your body and make decisions based on that, you will get into a great place. So that's the bottom line there. Okay. So don't, yeah, your body, sorry, my nails are bad. Listen to your body's signals, because it's really, you know, like when you have that pit of your stomach feeling, that's there to get you out of something or, you know, away from something because it's not working for you. So hopefully that helps you. Good. I'm glad. So it helped you then. That's what I'm getting. Great. Okay. Just trying to, is this a zodiac? No, Kanisha, it's just, I'm just here giving anybody who wants a reading, and I'll be in for another little bit here. So whoever wants a reading, just step forth. I was asking for those little crystal ball emojis because then it doesn't take me so long to search through the text. If you could do that, it makes it easier to pinpoint. Okay, I'll do a reading for her or him or whatever. If you can do that, feel free. If not, so yeah, I'm just giving out free readings. I'm going to do this once a month. So it'll be the last Thursday of every month. I have a YouTube channel, or not, I have a YouTube channel, but I have a Facebook page, Infinity Readings and Reviews, that I go on Facebook. I do the last Thursday of every month in there. It's a smaller grouping and a little more intimate, but it's pretty intimate in here. So same thing. Until I guess word gets out. I put a posting out that I don't think anybody got access to, so I got to learn how to do that. I don't know how to do postings. Put it out earlier today, but I don't think anybody's seen it. So, what's your question? Okay, so Vinny seems to be my moderator or whatever in here. So thank you for keeping everybody in line here. Okay, the next one I'm seeing here is Elizabeth. Elizabeth Martise. Can you tell me who is coming towards me in love? Well, we'll see what we can do. I'm going to go into the love and romance. And, okay. What I'm going to do is they're showing me the sex cards. So I'm going to bring out the sex cards, but I won't get intimate. I'm just going to use them for, to figure out your character of what's going on here. Oh, if I can find them. Where did they go? Maybe I won't. I can't find them. Where did they go? It's weird. Oh, here they are. So, okay, Elizabeth, who is coming towards me in love? Okay, so your next partner is what I'll focus on. And we'll see if we can figure out, oh, and they're gone. We need 2 block cards because we are blocking out our future partners. The partner we want, they're going, just a minute here. Partner we want is not accessible to us because of the energy we're giving off. So we have to be aware of that. And hopefully we'll do that through these cards. So that's what they're going. We are already blocking the energy that we're trying to get. So there's a misunderstanding there of what. Does that make sense? Okay, Elizabeth. Shit's getting real. It's Friday night. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, so we're going 3, 3, and 3. Okay. No. 1, 2. Yeah, my cheeks are heating up. Either just getting going here or you're needing some energy, but we'll figure it out. No, I don't like when it does that. I can't shuffle. Sometimes you have to take things literally. It's like a mess. You have a mess in your relationship. Things messy. can't shuffle. Not smooth, that kind of thing. Okay. There we go. Oh. Stuff's flying all over, girl. What's going on? Okay. And okay, they're asking me to go a little deeper with you with some cards, so I'm going to do that instead of the Lenormand. Because we have to look a little deeper into our motives towards partners. Does this make sense to you, Elizabeth? And I'm talking to Elizabeth Martis or Martis. Sounds pretty cool. May not be the way you pronounce it, but it's 2 log cards. Okay. And what's the other? These ones. Okay. We're going to get underneath here. There's a need to go deeper in the way we deal with partners. So, yes, I'm here. Okay, so there's a sense here that we're not looking, we're not searching deep enough within our own soul to figure out how we may contribute to some problems in relationships here. And then also that yeah, just not looking. We're looking way on the surface here. We need to look deeper into other people's motives and our issues and other people's issues. If we can see that. Okay, so I'm going to start off here. I'm going to go right into the sex cards. I'm going to cool it. I won't go too crazy here, but we start out with the Hierophant. So marriage is something you're highly motivated for. I'm going to go traditional here. Again, you know, watch the nudity for all the kids out there. Anyway, the Hierophant is about traditional ways. We want to get married. We want to be in a marriage, in a committed married way. Okay. The next card is the Queen of Pentacles. So you may be an earth sign. And there's the block. What is going on here is we have men at our feet that we are not paying attention to or not given the time of day is what they're saying. We may be actually giving off an energy of, I don't want to. So we may have our focus on something that we like, but there may be energies coming at us that we're kind of brushing off. And it's not that you have to be cold and aloof like this woman, but there could be an energy here that you're just unaware of, that you're kind of repulsing some men and then taking, you know, wanting to bring some in. I'm an Aries. Okay. So, okay. If we're talking about Aries energy here, Aries has a presence when they come in a room. It's known. You can feel it. It's palpable. Okay. So we got an Aries woman here. We got to watch because she's very powerful. And if she has an energy that she steps forward with, and it may just be, you know, I'm not interested, but it comes off in a very powerful way. And that's what I'm getting from this woman is she could be rejecting men where she sees like it's just, I'm not interested. And it's coming off as a barrier, like back off. It's coming off heavier. Okay. We want to get married, but we're coming off like we don't want a partner is the energetic pattern I'm getting. Okay. And then we get the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about, what are we talking here? Two of Pentacles, traditionally, they said, is about balancing. I'm not going through the sex here. Because on sex, it means something different. But we're talking about balancing. So they're going, balance this energy out. They're saying we want a partner, but we're rejecting people that are coming at us. So we got to be aware of that energy. One, we got to maybe, how do we solve that? Just give me a minute. They're going, yeah, that's the need to look inside. What is it that we're giving off, right? And it's like we want to be our beautiful, great, wonderful, outgoing selves, but we got to watch the direction that we put that energy in because, again, it's very potent and powerful. And if we're looking for love and we're batting them off with a stick, well, there's going to, you know, not going to be a long line there. at the end of the night. They're going to be, so we got to balance that out in order to make it work. Okay. So next row, lighten things up a bit. Right here. Okay. The 8 is the strength. And in the romance card, that is the woman that will not be moved. Okay. So this makes sense to you. This is the energy of being stubborn in that. Could be that energy that you're carrying, but I feel like it's more, I know what I want and I'm not going to accept any garbage. So, and I'm not trying to talk you out of that, because we need to be picky. We need to know what we want and know what we don't want. Everybody has to do that. But there's something here about the way that they're going, it's stubbornness. There's a stubbornness here. So I'm going to go further. The next card we have is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is water sign. This is about feelings and compassion moving forward. And they're going, this is where the stubbornness comes in. She's not going to put any compassion forward. Why? I can get what I want without it. I do not need to soften myself, right? So we may be a little coming off a little edgy here. Okay. And that's what's going on. And of course, now, right, you're saying I've been a bit closed off. So we got to open up compassionately, just watch and be aware of our power among men. Because, you have the marriage right beside, and that's at your back. And the sense I get here is we could really attract that like quite quickly and quite potently. But we just don't know our own worth in that way. And with an Aries, it's tricky because you go, what do you mean worth? I'm worth. But the thing is, it's like more of an energy of an interior satisfaction. We know exteriorly what we are on the surface, right? But inside, on the deeper, compassionate, interior soul stuff, we're not too sure. Okay, now we're going to dip into that. Now, the next card here on top of that. So the Queen there of Cups, she's just that soft side that wants to come out. And this woman, this Aries woman, she will not be moved. She's feeling like I do not need to give this at this point. So we have to bridge that somehow. So we got 18 here. The moon ends this romance off. And the moon is about surrendering to the romance, being more romantical and letting someone in, right? So we're going to have to get rid of that, because this woman, she's trying to tame that lion and he's not too happy, right? So it's almost like I get a sense here that you're kind of turning down offers that could actually be in a way good for you. And just open up your heart a little bit, because if we may not be the love of our lives, but it may be worth the lessons forward to get us into a better relationship in the future. So we don't want to cut that completely out, because that's work that's done. There is a payoff there in some way or form. So yeah, the 18, the moon is about the romantical side. In the romance deck, it's like the softer side, just taking it one step further with a partner and maybe going off in secret. Because I'm getting a high sense from you that, like, these guys are not my type and I just don't want to go in there. And they go, well, how do you know until you get your feet wet? So maybe, and I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm saying it. They're going, just give it a try. You don't have to go full blown with it, but just dabble in it. And then you'll get the courage to come outward with it. Because it's really good experience is what they're saying. It'll be a good experience, no less. May not be forever and ever, amen. But it's a good experience and you will learn from it and you will go forward, right? So that kind of an energy is what's going on here. So hopefully that helps you. Now I'm going to get into these readings are kind of, but they want me to go thoroughly through everybody here, because we gotta learn more about ourselves in order to get into a partnership, and they want them all in partners. So the thing here is time to reflect. So it's interesting because we have a mirror vision here, right? And they're different. We have the yellow, red, and the blue, so it's almost like the masculine and feminine, right? Excuse me. So a symbol of that, going forward and trying to find that counterpart. What is my mirror? And no matter where you go, you will find one. And that is kind of what you're getting. It's like you're not feeling that You're not feeling that pull on a heavy level here. So they're going, well, just go where, whatever tantalizes us, because there's always something there that is being reflected back, that will help us move forward to find the better, the one that is over, on the other side of the fence. So we got to be willing to kind of dabble a little bit. Because I feel like you may have a few more partners coming in here before you hit the one, right? That's what I'm getting. It's like, and we need the experience along the way. So that's the advice here. Then they're going, embrace spirit. Take a look at all of those things that you're feeling inside, exteriorly, all the warning signals, or not, or maybe just coincidences and synchronicities that are coming there to tell you to go in a certain direction. Dive into that, lean into that a bit, because it will help you. It's really, because people go, well, why would they show me that direction if it only lasted for 2 months? Well, maybe you learned a huge lesson there that brought you closer to the one that you're meant to be with for your life. Amen. Right? And that's really what it is. Embrace spirit is embracing the intuition that you're getting, embracing the outer intuition, which is signs and synchronicities outside of you, numbers. Find out what they mean. Go, like, you can Google search anything, numbers. There's tons of resources for that. So just embrace that part of it, because that's the fun part. And then let two become one. They're going, like, just don't cut out the partners on the other side of you. Go into that, because we're feeling a resistance there, and they're going, it's not valid. We're feeling it because of our fear. And they're going, no, we need to feel that we can go in openly. And they're going, there's issues there nonetheless. Now, so that is what it is we're looking for our exact match, and we're not in line yet. We got a few more lessons to learn. So we got a few more relationships to dabble in, and we're batting these off. And as long as we bat them off, we're not going to get there. So we're really expanding the time until we find that partner. So embracing spirit will get you closer to, it will give you the tips that you need to fall into the good side and get all that, and embracing, Yeah. And I mean, that's not easy. I know where you've been. I mean, yeah, it's fear or love, right? And we have to pick love. We have to just go. But give yourself time to heal. That's the important thing. I think it's just give yourself time to heal, and it'll eventually spring back up. I mean, it's in the air. So now the surrender cards they gave it says to surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have and are, we all have magic in us, even in mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with uniqueness and worth that came just from being you. And I think to a high degree, the Aries gives off that vibe. It's just an automatic. They're born with it. It's just a big ball of fire that's in front. But inside, there's a little ball that's not quite developed. And it never does, because out to people outside of them, they seem very powerful. And they take for granted that there may be a vulnerability there. So it's almost like you have to nurture your own self and bring your own self through that, right? Because the magic of who you are, you kind of have to dig deeper to find that. And then they gave me the joy card. So it says a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times, and keep surrendering to more joy. So there may be a little bit of a negative pattern, right? Especially when it comes to relationships. I don't need, da, da, da. So that's the thing, right? Because we're wanting in our heart, we're wanting, but in our mind, we're going, I don't need this crap. I don't know. The negative thinking. So that's what they're going. We need to balance that. One has to go. We either have to dive into, they're going, we shouldn't have to dive into the negative. We need to absorb it and feel it out and let it go. I just posted on my page something like that today. Just feel it and let it go, and that's it. And then move on. And then just bounce back, So surrender to joy and realize, surrender to the magic of who you are. And I feel like that's that deeper need to go deeper into things, within yourself. Like, learn more about your character, learn more about what makes you happy, even though on the surface, we got to dig deeper for that. So hopefully that helps you. Yeah, and that's a huge thing. It's a huge deal, negativity, especially in the mindset when you're looking for something, and You're looking for a partner outside of you, and your brain's going, I don't need this shit, and I've been there before, and I got your number, buddy. You know, like all this stuff is going. It just doesn't add up. You're repulsing them, and you don't even realize it, right? You're going, these are my thoughts. Nobody else. No, they feel it energetically. So that's what we have to get used to. Understanding is that there's an energetic pattern that hits people first, and that's what's going on. Your energetic pattern is going on, and that inner core or whatever of love that you're wanting to is not, it's being overpowered by another thought. So clean that up and you'll be okay. You're very powerful, and Aries, I'll tell you, are the how you say, the most powerful manifestors once they get centered with all of that. Their mind, their heart, their soul, and their body is all in alignment. Instant manifestors. So, and that's out of all the zodiac. They're the first, right? So they get it. It's very easy for them to do that. So good luck with that. Hopefully that helps you. So what are we working on here? What did I start? 8 to 9. So is anybody else wanting a reading? I'll do a few more here. These are kind of in depth, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm thinking it's better because they want to go more in depth, not just one card. I can't pick up much. Where are we at? Another Elizabeth here. So, hello, I'm Gemini. I would like to know about a guy at my job. Seems to be interested in me. Is he serious intentions? Okay, we'll find out here. Okay, so Elizabeth S. You're on my radar here. Sorry, Vinny. I'll get you next, okay? It says, who has a crush on me? I'm skipping you through here. I'm looking through everybody. So, Elizabeth, you're, okay. Guy at work. Okay, we're going to figure this out. I'm going to do the same general thing here. I'm going to leave these cards out of it. Cards. Okay. Oh, they're there underneath. Missing cards here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, interesting. Okay, Elizabeth S. Okay, here we go. Now, first card I get is 21. So we're talking, you said it was somebody at work, okay? So this is about a couple that is kind of faltering under the weight of, what's that word? I'm losing my vocabulary. Burdens, world burdens, life burdens, you know, like paying bills and children, and because we get a child sitting on the world on top of the couple. So there's a sense here that either this is what is kind of surrounding this whole idea of this relationship. Okay, now the next card is interesting because it's the 6 of Pentacles, and this is about admiration from afar, and I feel like this is you looking at this person. Okay, so it's interesting to me because there is a female here and she is being admired. So I feel like this may be kind of a flirty kind of a thing going on. Okay, I'm not getting the validation here, but nonetheless, the energy is, yeah, there's some kind of oppressive energy nonetheless. So we may have this guy maybe in a partnership or dating, or maybe he's in a relationship that is kind of stressed out and on its way out. The next card we get is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, he could be an Aries sign, or he could just be a very take charge dude, or someone that is very in charge of his life, enjoys making decisions, makes very good ones, that kind of thing. This kind of an energy. So you're going to have to validate if I'm on the right track here, or if I'm not. But nonetheless, it's interesting because the next line here, we get the Knight of Pentacles. So he may be an earth sign, so Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. So these are slow, steady movers. So if they have an interest level, that's a good thing. Just keep, keep working into that. Keep the friendship going, because he will be trotting in your direction. Now, the next card I get on top of that is the Emperor again. So we have a situation here where we may have a few men, or what I'm getting is just a very powerful individual. You may be, where is she? I'm relating, not sure about the sign. He is 5 years older than me. Okay, that would symbolize that as well, yeah. So, okay, just give me a minute to tune in. He either is acting like he may not be an earth sign, but he may have earth in his chart, and slow, steady mover, pace. He knows what he does. He's very methodical. You know, a lot of people, I feel like, a lot of respect around him. Like, he's very in the position he's in because he has earned it. And he's not, he doesn't make stupid decisions. Now, so this is this energy. Again, two Emperors here, very highly motivated by you listen to me and that kind of thing. So that may be something that's attractive to you. But interestingly, when we come to the end of the line here, we have the Seven of Wands. So there's a sense here, and I don't know if this is in the future or this has happened, but there's a sense of guarding yourself from this person. Does that make sense to you? Because it's like almost like you have to be in defense of. Like, this person has either come at you, or maybe if he's at work, you've had to stand your ground with him. Does this make sense? Because I'm getting a sense here that you've had to actually almost reject him on a certain level. But maybe it's now that you've rejected him, now you're looking at him differently and the energy's changed. I don't know. That's the only thing I can make sense of there. Now I'm going to go down here. And they gave me some Lenormand cards. And the first card I get there is the 28, which is the waiting man. And he is there with a rose. So there is someone here in wait for you to to go forward. I'm just going to look here. But I don't feel it's this man, honestly. I feel like there's a man in wait for you, but it's almost like he doesn't know you're there yet. He's waiting for someone to come in, and you guys are waiting to meet. So it's not this man that's meant to come into your view. But nonetheless, 40 is about is the mask, and that's about the mask people wear. We're revealing our true selves. Okay. They're going this part. Okay, so we got to drop the work guy. The work guy is just basically a work guy. Okay. Guess what? He's lost interest. I hate to say, but the rejection kind of shut him down. So it's a closed door. Now we're talking about a new dude here in your future. This guy's not here yet, but it's a waiting man. Now I'm going to give you some tips. So this guy, he's dropped it. He's dropped the issue. It's done. He had an admiration at some point, but when you stood up for yourself, which I feel is very valid in whatever way, you know, it happened for a reason. Let's put it that way. Yeah, he's no longer going to spend time doing that, going in your direction. So I would just avert. What do they say? Yeah, avert. So what's going on here is we have someone coming in the future. Like I said, you guys haven't met yet or don't know about each other or whatever, because he's facing this direction, and I feel very much you're over here. And the 40 is about a mask. So that's about pretending to be someone that in order to be accepted. So in other words, this man that may come at you in the future, and I feel like this is after Christmas or within the Christmas period, it may come to your view. I feel like this man, wait a minute. Yeah, he's very much kind of doesn't know who he is yet, but he is putting on a front in order to impress you. And that's the sense I get with this mask. Now, the next card is 37, and that's the clocks, and that talks about timing. So this is, it's going to be a little bit of time here before this becomes apparent, but nonetheless, there's a new direction here, an offer that wants to be made, but watch, because this man will come forward to you in what he feels you are looking for. And then there will be a character adjustment once you get into things. He will do this to attract you, and then he will drop the mask, okay? And I feel like it's not a bad thing. It's not like he's, it's complete opposing, but he's just really going to put a front on like the peacock, and then he's going to drop his feathers, and then you're going to see the real thing. But it's going to be a time here before that happens. So I would say at the work front, in order to keep peace, stay back, because this man has already dropped the issue and he's not in any mode where he can be convinced to come forward, because he's got his fingers smacked. He won't go again. And that's why they brought the two emperors. Like, no, I don't go back. That's it. I had one chance and that was it. And it's done. And I don't change my mind. And he's very rigid in his stance. So that's, sorry, but that's what I'm getting. So hopefully that helps you. And hopefully this helps you in the future, because this is what's coming for you. I'm feeling around Christmas, it may even be a Christmas party or something that it becomes aware at, that kind of a deal. No, we didn't get an issue card. So yeah, I feel like that kind of set something straight there for you. Hopefully that helps you. So take care of that energy. Okay, Vinny, do I know you? You're a Gemini. I will give you, okay, what did you want? I'm going to scroll up here. You're welcome, Elizabeth. Trying to figure out here. Oh, right. Who has a crush on you or admires you? What are their intentions? Okay, Vinny. Do you want sex cards? Might be going too far there. You know what? We'll go light on them. Okay, Vinny G. Let's see who has a crush on you. You feel like okay, and these, so 3, 3, and 3, and we'll get to the bottom here. Feel like you should almost have a direction for that energy, like you knew already the answer to that, or feel like you should know that, or there's something in that way. It's like, how do you say? Cat that caught the canary. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, and 3. Okay, 1. Cut. Okay. Now we'll go with 3, but I'll go traditional with the sex cards. I feel like Vinny, it's not so much who has a crush on you, but who you are looking at. I feel like you got two directions here that you want or can have the option to go in. And you fired up very equally in both. So it's very hard for you to make a decision. Does this make sense to you? Okay. I'm going to start out here. First card I got, again, is the Eight of Swords. It's the sarcophagus. Now I'm feeling like there's trend here with this sarcophagus. This is about grief, sorrow, and disappointment on a high degree. Like, this is not just I had a bad day. This is grief and sorrow and almost like the energy of a death, okay? So the next card we get is 11, the Justice. Or is it 9? No, it's 11. So I need to balance. So we may be, I'm getting a sense here of just depression, sadness, which is heartbroken ex. You're heartbroken because of an ex? Is that what I'm getting? So that's what's going on here. So there's a heavy weight of emotional stuff that we need to deal with. And I feel like the balance here is kind of symbolizing we may not be dealing with that in a way that is taking that away. But nonetheless, we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is a grounded energy. He's strong, stable, sturdy. He's financially got his ducks in a row. There's financially, he is pretty good, but maybe in the heart direction, you're not quite got things figured out. Okay, so sadness and disappointment, we need to balance that in order to really enjoy the throne that we're sitting on there, the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, well, we'll move farther down here. Now, the Five of Wands is about passionate energy. And again, with this deck, I mean, I'm non-traditional with my cards, okay? So we're talking about passion, fiery energy that wants to come forth, but there is none of those wands are touching the ground. They're not piercing anything. So it's all that energy, but there's no direction for it, okay? Next card. 3, the Empress. So the Empress is about the epitome of what, okay, you're a dude, so this is what you want in a woman. The Empress carries it all. She's fertile. She has the abundance around her. She has, just the epitome of what a man wants in a partner, a woman, a wife, that kind of the head of the household, that kind of thing. So and I feel like this is still, it's because nothing's piercing. We have an eye on this direction, or this is something that we are trying to create, okay, in our lives. Now, next card we get is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is about a water sign. Now, it's interesting to me. Yeah, the water sign is going, so if I were to attribute this to your energy, the water sign is going outward, looking outward away from your energy. So there is a sense here, there may be a water sign looming, but either you haven't met them or are in a position where you are unaware of who they are to you in that way. Now, these are emotional, compassionate people, as with the Empress. So it's almost like you really do have two directions here. So we may have, this may be an ex here, okay? That may be the person trying to go outward in a new direction. This may be the epitome of what you are looking for that is different from that partner. And the fiery energy of not knowing where to put it at this point, or being grounded in anything in that way. Now, I'm going to go into the sex card. I'll keep it light. Again, we get the King of Pentacles. So you said you're a Gemini, but we're getting Earth here. So you may have a lot of Earth in your chart. And the King of Pentacles is someone, okay, we got to go traditional here. Yeah, again, very much in charge and financially, stability wise, you got it all set. You're good to go. Now, I'm just going to transfer some information here. Yeah, taking charge, period, of things, everything. Okay, this is your energy field. Now, next card is the Ten of Pentacles. So we're staying in that element. We like to be in charge, and we yeah, we have an object of affection here, and this card always symbolizes X was a Capricorn. Okay, well, that could symbolize that, absolutely. We have a direction we want to go in. We want to put all our eggs in one basket. We just can't touch it yet. And that's the sense I'm getting here too, is whether we're looking at a water sign or an Empress, and the Empress really can be any, it's just all of those things that tantalize us, those things that we're looking for, it's there, it's in the periphery, and may not be right in front of you, but it's something that you've got an idea of and you're going in the direction of. And the 10 is symbolizing it can very well be attained, but again, we're not touching it. We haven't got our grips on it yet, but very much wanting to put a lot of energy in a certain direction. So there's something here telling me that you got a direction for that. Now the next card we got is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, again, sticking with the earth energy, very powerful in that. You know your stability. You have your stability. You feel stable. You have just come out of a karmically tied relationship here. Let me. We have broken, but you see how they're still physically tied. So that's what's going on here. We have broken the tie emotionally, or maybe it's physically we've broken it, but not emotionally, or emotionally we've broken it and not physically, that kind of thing. There's something here that's not quite let go of, okay? We thought we did, but we didn't. There's something here that needs to be dealt with on a certain level. But nonetheless, there's a sense here, I'm sorry, but I'm getting a sense that you have a direction you want to go. You have like a viewpoint, and even if it's just a mindset of this is what I want, but you're just, it's not in view, and it's not in your reach, or you're not touching it yet, literally, meaning like you haven't got it in your viewpoint. Well, we're hanging on to something. So it's either the physical side of the relationship or the emotional, and that's it. That's all you got. So if you're not physically attached to that relationship, then there's some emotional ties there that need to be dealt with. And it may also have to do with money. Are we still financially tied to this person? That could be that as well. Because we got all these pentacles, could have something to do with money, and that could be unavoidable, right? Because you could be with an ex. Hi, Surreal. You could be with an ex, and that kind of a situation is just, it's just the way it happens, like an ex-wife or whatever, and then you pay out. So that could very much be happening. So did that help you any? There's nobody coming at you, but it seems like you got some focus going on, but a little bit of energy to deal with in the ex there. Emotional, yeah. So a little bit of time. You know what? I'm going to pull a block card for you, just to see, because I feel like I haven't answered anything for you. So I'm just going to pull that. Okay. Okay. That seems pretty harsh. So is there a reason that you can't get along emotionally? So that's signaling to me, yeah. Okay. We'll see what the card here says. Hey guys, thanks for coming in, everyone. You know what? Thanks, Vinny G. I feel like I know you. For being my kind of my what do you call that? I don't know, wingman maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to shut her down. I've been here like an hour and a half. So I usually come in for an hour, but I will be in next month. And if you guys demand, click the subscribe button. I'm going to put up posts. If you make enough demand, I can come in. I'll come in another day during the month. I'll make it 2 days, and we can come in and okay. Well, there's ties there nonetheless. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you one more card here and just read right into it. But thanks for coming in, everybody. And thanks, Vinny, for controlling the room here. Trying to thank you for that. Okay. Surrender to trust. It says, trust yourself and your decisions and don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident you've chosen the right path. So you're getting opposition for the decision you made, is what I'm getting. And I don't feel that you can be pushed off your decision, but you may be feeling guilt on an internal level, okay? Somehow, like I shouldn't have done this or da 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 da. So that you got to trust that you made the right decision. So apparently that is energetically so sound. What does it say? Yeah, don't be swayed by other people's opinions. So use your instinct highly here. But I do get a sense that there's some ties there. But I guess you'll have to use your instinct to figure that out. You're welcome. I hope it helped. Did it help any? Can I have a reading? I would really like. You know what? Sorry. Okay, one more, Surreal. That's it. I had to get my energies waving here. But I will go one more, Surreal, and that'll be the last one for the night. And then I'm going to shut her down. But I will come in once a month. And then if you want to go twice, then you go into my Infinity Room on Facebook, Infinity Readings and Reviews, and you can catch me again. And I'm right there. Okay, good. Thanks again for taking charge in here. Okay, where was I? Oh, thanks, Harmonic, for subscribing and the compliment. I've run out of time, so Surreal will be the last reading of the night. Oh, thank you. So yeah, okay, I'm trying to find the question. Oh, right, love interest contacting. He hasn't for 4 months. Okay, well, sometimes we're going to take a read between the lines a little bit here, but nonetheless, I'm going to spell it out for you. So if you're ready for what I'm coming with here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go on some spiritual cards here. Okay. You're saying we're up in our head a little bit too much with this person. So that gives you a hint right there. 1, 2, 3. And this one. And they're going to be one block card only. Got a lot going on in her mind here. She needs to figure out, and there you have a lot of blocks, what they're saying, but we're going to give you one card. You focus on that and clear that up first. Like, and don't come back till you cleared it up. That's what they said. Oh man. So there is some conflict here, some internal conflict you're feeling, okay? I'm gonna get carried away here. I'm gonna lay it all out. I got one. And a sense of I feel like, okay, you got your sights set on this dude or whatever, this person. And there's a sense of jealousy coming up, but right in the middle, it surrounds everything. So there's something here that this person has done, and I feel like this person did not know that you were interested. Does that make sense to you? Because I'm getting a sense this person does not know you're interested, and they're just carrying about their business. Now you have this person in a high position where you think he's marriage material. Blown away. You get the blown away card as well. Like, oh, this man just makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. Okay. But the 7, the Chariot card is there. Okay, I'm going to go through this here. So we have the 3 of Canes, which is about marriage. We want to look at this person in marriage. We're dreaming, and I feel like this is more, this is more of a sense of dreaming about this person in marriage. This is what, man, this is marriage material. This is what I want. This is what I could see happening, okay? And there's something here that this person did either for you or to you or around you that just blew you away. You just felt like you were on top of the world with it. Things were going on and you were being impressed, okay? Then I have the Chariot, and the Chariot is about movement forward. So it's almost like there's some movement here, but I'm really getting a sense here that this person doesn't understand. Okay, it's long distance. So there's a disconnection. This person doesn't understand that you are interested in the way that you are. Either they're taking it too lightly, but not like, yeah, something to that degree. Like you're kind of getting blown away with things quite a bit here. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm getting from there. Now the next, I go into the sex cards, but I'm going to go light with it. Now the 9 of Swords is about, and I'm getting right now, is about kind of dreaming about diving into this person in a sexual way, okay? And then the Tower, of course, is about jealousy. Again, graphics, PG. This is not PG, this is kind of R. But anyway. The Knight of Wands is about that dreaminess. I'm feeling this is all kind of dreams, right? Because, I mean, obviously, with you going in a position here where it's a long distance, this is all dreaminess. Now, but there's jealousy. Something brought out jealousy here. And that's that whole, I want him to run away into the sunset kind of feeling. And I feel like this is all up in the air, not grounded on earth, okay? So this is where your head is at, okay? And you're starting to, I feel like the jealousy may be just the fact that you're jealous that he's not coming forward. Like it's a form of building upon a feeling that, well, he's not coming forward, and it's brewing into jealousy. Now, they told me to go into some spiritual cards here. And it says love without condition. So this is interesting. This usually means that we have a hang up here about boundaries that we put on other people and bringing that forth. So there's something here in this man that you need to let go of. Okay. Okay. So there's something here that, okay, I was on a wavelength here. Give me a minute. Yeah, because they're going, this woman is sitting and waiting. She's patiently waiting. And I don't know if that's the energy you're in. Now, the next card here is Be Without Malice. So I feel like that's where it's coming in here. That's where the jealousy is coming in. I'm saying jealousy, but it may not be your perception of what you call jealousy. What's going on is we're getting into a negative zone here where we're waiting and we're not getting any action. So we're starting to get bitter. Okay. And then the next card is Stay Strong. They're going, you know, we got to have a little bit of patience here. We can't just bing, bang, boom, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Sorry, that one card is really bright. And the Stay Strong is, you know, keep your focus there, but don't go nuts, you know, if he doesn't contact you. It's almost like this has to be a slower process than we're trying to shove it into, or trying to maybe rush things a bit. And yeah. So watch your temper in that way. And I don't see it flaring off, but the thing is, just watch how we communicate. Like if we get bitter through texting or however you communicate, try not to do that because it'll give the wrong effect here. They're going, stay strong and just be, what's the word? Be patient and give them the benefit of the doubt and just really see it for what it is. It's not because we're getting flung by our mind of what we're creating in our mind that's not grounded on earth. Yeah, so we need to communicate more. Like go out there and communicate. And if you get the cold, then you just kind of, because I'm getting a feeling that you're, I don't know, it's either too passive or not, whatever. Now, the block card is silence. So surrender to silence says, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within, and silence can heal and replenish you. I'll tell you, if you don't hear from a man for 4 months, that's not a good sign. I'll tell you that right away. I mean, my instinct is going, yeah, well, 4 months, we're out of there. We move on. But structure to silence. So they're saying we have to go inside and figure out what is going on here, right? Are we wanting to communicate? Then communicate. And if what is blocking us, like, because our block is silence. So that's saying, come forth and speak. If you want to speak to this man, speak. And if you do not, then stay silent, right? It's pretty clear cut. But they're also saying tap into your own intuition here to figure out what's going on. Because we don't want to be too much in our head, but at the same time, that's where we create the future. So really, to me, it's a clear cut. Like either if you want to communicate with them, then go forward and do so. And if you don't, then just go in a different direction. Because I really don't get on the other side anything. I feel if you communicate, he'll communicate back. If you don't, then he'll carry on, So it's really up to you as balls in your court. And just, and be more patient. Because they're showing the malice here. We got to get rid of that because we got to stay strong and be understanding. This man has a life. He has things he's got to do. And if we can't be patient there, it's not going to go well. Well, just communicate that, right? Just go forward and say, yeah, I want to talk to you and whatever. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's a certain point, right? You have to make, and that's why they're saying with this card is the silence will speak. If you clear your mind of the dreams and just get still, there's an answer there. And I feel like, kind of have to get grounded with that. It's the point. I feel like it's the tipping point here for you to either move forward or go back. I guess you just have to really judge that with your instinct. And it's hard for people to do that sometimes, take that leap. But I'll tell you, it's better to take the leap and know and move forward. And instead of being in limbo, it's not very fun. So, well, I guess then you have to make that up, right? So you have to, that's your call there, girl. You just really have to, how much do you want it, right? Do you want it or do you not? And then you just go forward with that. But go inside, and they're saying there's some hints there in that way. So, yeah, I agree. I hear you. So, yeah, some I don't know what to say. 3-4 months. That's pretty heavy to me. I think that the decision's been made to me. But if you wanna, you just got to search your soul for that. Because they're going either way. It's a court. She can swing it or whatever she wants to do. So you're welcome. Okay, so we kind of bombarded here. So thanks everybody for coming in. Appreciate it. I'm going to announce again. It'll be the last Thursday and the last Friday of every month. I'll be going on YouTube and Facebook. My Facebook page is Infinity Readings and Reviews. I go there Thursday, and then Fridays I'll come in here. I'll do an hour, and I'll just give out readings for the hour, and that is that. So thanks everybody for your time. I'm done tonight, but you can come in at the end of the month, and we'll fix you up then, okay? So thanks again. for coming in. So take care, have fun, and be kind. And if you want any more, check out my readings on YouTube there. They go through to February, March, to the spring. And I'll be doing a Valentine's special after the new year. I'll be doing another Valentine's special, and that'll be on love, sex, and romance. Same kind of idea here. And that'll help you as well. So if you're having some energy, look into some of the readings that I have posted already that may help you with some stuff that's flying through the air. Because, you can watch those over a period of time for the 3-4 months, and they'd be valid each time you watch them, and you get something different out of them. So hopefully that helps. But thanks, guys, for coming in. Thanks, Vinny, for being my moderator, I think it's called. Appreciate it. So take care. You guys have fun. Have a great weekend, and be kind.